everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, I got up here to the farm a little bit late today. I had to work over. It's a long day at work on a full-time job, so I don't think I'm gonna get the loader out today. It needs fuel, so it'll take extra time, and I don't have but about 2.5 to 3 hours here in the afternoons. I try to get home to the wife as early as I possibly can, but I thought I'd do a little bit something different today. I've got a couple things that I want to bring to attention and show you guys, and then might look at the chainsaw I mentioned in the last video and this particular tree, if any guys can give me some insight on what it is. And I think I might go ahead and do the walk around on the front field and just go over the plans here and get anybody's opinions and insight from some of you guys that have been doing this for years, farming. Like I said, I'm new to it, so I'm open for any help, advice that I can get. So bring it back in just a minute for a little bit more. Okay, again, we're still filming on the old camera, so it doesn't have quite the wind filter that the other one did, so it's a little breezy. I apologize if the wind in the background gets too much. This is the saw I referenced in the last video, Homelight XL-12. I don't know if it's the Super or not. I thought the XL-12 was a regular red and the blue and white version was the Super XL-12. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 20-inch bar. I watched my dad use this saw. I can remember way back as far as 4 or 5 years old, so I know it's old, and I know it's been running for 35 plus years. And ironically, and I shouldn't say it on camera because it'll probably go haywire, but to my knowledge, in the last 25 to 30 years, it's never had anything done to it but the air filter cleaned out, same spark plug. I put a couple new chains on it. I had to replace the, of course it doesn't have anti-vibration and it's all cast aluminum. That piece broke. I do have a part saw and got the gas cap off of it, but it's a good running saw. I might get a little tidbit of it cutting some of this wood, just a small clip. I'm not going to bore you guys with chainsawing, but I thought I'd just go ahead and cut up some of these limbs today, or the firewood that my buddy wants, and get the limbs off of them so that hopefully I can get the loader going tomorrow, and go ahead and clean up my holes I made from digging the last 2 big trees out and get the rest of this brush and debris down here. So next thing I want to do is say thank you to Apache Heavens Farm for this International Harvester Shop Manual. On the video where I went over the 1086, he asked me in the comments if I had a shop manual. I told him I did not, and he offered to send this to me free of charge, and he did. And I just got it in the mail yesterday, and I just wanted to point out that someone goes to the trouble to put cardboard in the manual so that it doesn't get all bent up in the mail. That's someone that really cares, and I do appreciate that, sir, a lot. That's going to come in very handy. I've been debating on buying one, so many projects going on, but that was a very generous token of you, and I really appreciate it. Next thing is Thomas Farms. I mentioned him in the video, I think over the weekend. He messaged me when, I don't know, it's been a couple weeks ago when he first started talking off YouTube, and said he had an extra sticker left. I know you can't really see it. I'm going to try to get in. That's the clear part, or the sticker face is still over. I haven't peeled that off yet, but Thomas Farms TN on YouTube. That Russ, awesome guy. Russ, I really appreciate that sticker. I've always wanted to, if I ever did this YouTube, I've got a big sheet of thin gauge aluminum I think I'm going to put up in the back wall of my little shop. So if any of you guys ever got any stickers or what-me-nots or whatever you feel like sending me, the P.O. box is in the About section of the channel, and I'm going to display them all up there and catch them in the videos as we go along. But and if any of you have not went over, if you're watching my channel and haven't checked out Apache Heavens Farm, please go over and check him out. Super nice guy. I mean, I was astounded by the fact that he was going to send me something that he bought himself. He said he got rid of the tractor, so he has no use, but it's going to be great use for me. So if you haven't checked him out on YouTube, go over there and check him out, give him a thumbs up. He messes with older tractors, older equipment, goes to tractor shows and stuff. Just super nice guy. So you too, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I guess we'll see if this old chainsaw will fire up here, and might get a little clip of it cutting a little bit of wood, and then we'll go from there. Okay, after looking back at how much I babble and how quick the time goes on the camera, I'll probably break this up in a couple videos. I'll probably do the tour of the front field and the opinion section on that, advice, in a different video. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I thought I'd get a little tidbit of this old Homelight I just showed you working. Like I said, I can remember my father cutting wood with this at least 35, 38 years ago. Still works to this day, no problems at all. Never have changed it off the 16-to-1 oil that used to run in it, so I'm not even sure if you'll be able to see me from the plume of smoke, and it's quite loud. But I love the old stuff, and it's worked great. I tell you, if you carry it for very long, though, it'll wear on you. But let's get a smidge of this, cutting a few pieces of this tree up, and then I'll let you look at it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too loud or awful. Again, Homelight XL-12. I'm sure someone will correct me if you guys know for sure. I want to say it's the Super because it's blue and white versus the red ones, but I may have that backwards. But it does good. Like I said, original motor, never been into, never had anything done to it. It's never failed to start. I mean, when I first started up here last year, this saw probably hadn't been cranked in, I don't know, 10 years, something like that. Put some fresh gas in it, hit the choke, pulled it about 6 or 7 times, and it fired right up, and it's been going ever since. So okay, let's look at this tree. I'll give you 2 shots here. This is the, of course, the stump I cut off, and I don't know if you guys can tell anything from the camera angle there, what this is, what type of tree this is. And there's a piece I just cut. Give you a little shot of the bark here. I have no idea. I had a bunch of these out here. I know my grandfather had a walnut tree up beside the old home place years ago, and over the course of all the walnuts falling and getting gone, I don't know if that's what this is. It kind of reminds me of it. I remember that bark, but I don't know what you would consider quote-unquote walnut, if it's a certain type or some kind of just scrub tree or something. But I'll tell you, the root system was unreal. Almost reminds me of a poplar tree. Poplar tree has a very horrendous root system, a lot of small roots. This one had a lot of quite large roots. Took me quite a while to get out. If you watch the video, it's in high speed, but I think that whole clip was about 21 minutes it took me to dig around this to get it pushed down. So okay, well, if any of you guys know anything about the saw, if that is the Super or the regular one, in this tree, I sure would appreciate it. Help me out a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know if my buddy wants to keep any of this for firewood, if it's good firewood or not firewood or what, but pretty decent size, probably, I don't know, 14, 16 inches around. So we're gonna cut a little bit off of it. He's got a pile or 2 there, and I got a couple over the hill there, and I still got the one up there on the pin oak tree up there on the hill that I took down in the last video. So okay, I might bring you back for a little bit more here in just a minute. As much as I say I don't want to babble and bore you guys with it, I better wrap this one up. I get long-winded. I'll talk about that. Question on the footage, just some opinions here on this. This is a brush pile that we've accumulated. Most of this came out of the bottomland. You see across there, we've had several videos on that. Some of this stuff here did come out of the front field here. But anyway, the clearing, I've still got quite a bit to do on, we consider it the other side of the little creek. I don't know if you can see in the far frame there, as far as the clear pasture goes, right on the other side of that tree line, way back there behind that cedar, is a hillside. We went over that in the tour videos, but it's all grown up, and I've done a few things up there, but nothing major, because it's not really, some of it might be farmable, but most of it's just hills and terrains and whatnot. So I'm not sure about that, but we still do have some other stuff to do here in the front field and in the donkey pasture. I'll go over that in the next video on the tour to explain to you what I'm thinking. But I don't know how you guys feel about this with the clearing. If you want to see more of it, you know, it's nothing going to be major. I think the tree line here is probably going to be the biggest thing that we have left before the fields are ready to plow. But I'm not sure as I get on back on the hillside or whatever if you guys want to see any of that. So if you would, drop it down in the comments. I mean, like I said, it's not going to be the gospel necessarily. I'm going to film whatever I do here daily, but you know, if you guys don't care anything about seeing a little loader clear some trees out and get these fields ready, then I totally understand. We'll move on to something else. But hope everybody understands this is what I'm going through, and you can see the mountain of brush here that I've had to clear out of the fields before I can ever get to the point where I can plant anything. So it's a work in progress day by day. And several people have mentioned, unfortunately due to our location, I'm unable to burn brush here. So we've got it sporadically spaced out pretty decent. Hopefully it doesn't build any heat. Most of this is just overgrown scrubs, weeds that have turned into trees, if you will, other than this tree line I just took out in the front field. So this right here is what happened from last summer, and a lot of it is already pretty brittle and starting to rot down pretty good. So this area here where the brush pile is, like I said, you can see there's some water there, and basically from that cedar tree where that water is back in this area is about a foot or two lower than the rest of the field. Of course, you can see the wet area there also is a low spot, but that I can fix with some dirt. This back here is just a kind of like a pie shape that runs back here to the corner of the property, so wasn't really going to be usable for anything. Still have enough room for the headlands on the end of the bottom land there, so this is just what I had to deal with. And Lord have mercy, if I tried to dig a hole big enough to put this brush in, it'd take me a year with that little loader. So we do it the best we can. Give me some feedback on it, what you guys think about future clearing videos, or you know, uplifting trees. I've still got to do quite a bit of that around here, and just let me know what you think. So thank you everybody for watching. Please consider subscribing if you hadn't already. Share the video with anybody you feel comfortable with. Get it out there. It does help the channel out and me. Thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. Hopefully you like the content. But I enjoy talking to everybody, and hopefully we can continue on this journey and you guys will want to tag along. Until next time, thank you.